Hey guys, Jason here for Campaign Sauce. Hope you are doing well. I have put together a fair amount of photos here that I want to walk with you through. And this all has to do with taking really good product pictures, really good product images for your online store. Now, the very first piece of advice that I would have is if you can go borrow or steal somebody else's art, do that. Go out there and grab somebody else's product photos, especially if you are selling stuff that is from a manufacturer, right? Not something that you've created, but something that you are buying from a manufacturer, you're wholesaling from them so that you can retail to the public. Most of these product manufacturers will have some type of professional artwork that you can use, and I highly recommend that you use those images. It will save you a ton of time and you'll end up just being a little bit further ahead. You can put the time into your ads to generate traffic rather than into the product photography. Now, there are some people who will say, well, yeah, but there are 80 other people on the web using the exact same picture. What if my picture is different? Well, and that's a good point, right? So go out there and differentiate yourself by taking your own photos. Just going to take you a little bit more time than the other guy. All right, so if you need to take your own photos, then by all means, let's go ahead and do that. I have a light box, which is, it's about, I think I'm looking at it right now, it's about 30 inches wide, 30 inches tall, and has the LED lights on the inside of it. So I have one of those pieces, and you can look that up on Amazon. There are a ton of examples. My only advice on buying light boxes would be the bigger the better, right? Obviously, get something that you can adjust the light inside. Adjust your brightness. Other than that, yeah, those light boxes are really handy, and they take some great photos. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you a couple different examples of some photos that I've taken, and we're just going to go ahead and switch into a screen share now. And there we are. So let's go ahead and dive back. I'm going to go ahead and hide some of my windows here so that I can do my job. All right, and sorry about that. I'm just going to go. I am going to hide those utility windows. Okay, so here we are. So let me show you really just several examples that I've taken. Back when I had my online store last year, before I sold it, I was basically selling Catholic jewelry, and I have a metric ton of it as far as photos that I can show you. Now, this is just a piece of felt, black felt backer board. You can buy this thing from Hobby Lobby for I think $3 or $4. And anyway, so I was laying the jewelry down on this black felt, and then I would end up taking the picture here, getting as close as I possibly could. Excuse me. All right, so here's another close-up. At this time, I have to admit, my phone camera just wasn't really the best. I was using an old iPhone 6S, and I was getting kind of close to its focal length. So I started to get a little bit of blurriness here. Not bad. Definitely better than not having anything, but still you can pick up just a little bit of blur on it. You can see even more so right here. You'll notice here this is the front, obviously this is the back, okay? This one's just a little bit better. Again, I was trying to zoom in just way too close, probably beyond the limits of my camera. But jewelry, overall, I take that on a background most of the time. As you can see when we get here to some of the next images, this was pretty good. So I had a wax cord necklace here with a crucifix on it. So that's a pretty good image. Notice here that we changed over to a different chain, right? So I'm showing variants there of the chains. So this is like a 20-inch snake chain, I believe, that I had. This is the back, okay? So we just took the guy, flipped it over, zoomed in down here on this little guy, right? Showing where it's made. So anyway, these are all good pictures. I have heard a rule of thumb is to have 3 pictures, start off with 2 black and 1 white. I tend to have as many pictures as I can get, right? So if my theme will let me have 6 or 7, frankly, I'll put on 6 or 7. I will probably lead with the black image. No, I'm sorry. When I'm advertising, I will use the black image. Most of the time, the black image for jewelry works so much better than the white image almost every time, right? So definitely test it. But when I'm on the store and I brought you into my store, I'm usually going with the white background. I will often post-process this to remove the background so that it is all transparent. And post-processing is another whole video for me. So here we're going to go ahead and move into consumer products. So this is a company that I've done some work for. They're a lot of fun. And here we are. We just have a product here. So we have versions. You can get the 2-pack. You can buy the 3-pack. You can buy the 4-pack. You can even buy all 5. And actually, we do have a 6. That's a half case. So, overall, this is fun. And again, whenever I post-process these, I remove out this back image here. And I'll show you a couple examples here of post-processing here in a little bit. But you just kind of have to have a little bit of fun with the consumer products. Now, going back to jewelry and packaging things, right? So whenever you have a group together, right? So I'm trying to show the clamshell box here with the keychain. Some of these photos get a little overexposure, but you get the idea. You're trying to lay this out in a little bit of a symmetrical flow, trying to draw your eye to certain components here. Here are, these guys are hand-carved wood wall hangings, right? They're just absolutely beautiful. I have several of them here in my office. And you can see, obviously, that we've put this against a wood grain, and this actually makes for a really stark image, right? So as the artist put this against the wood grain and took the picture, it's really good. Now, I come along and I supplement this image from the artist, but this makes a really, really good stark image, especially if you want to lead with that, even for social media posting. This guy looks really, really good. Let's see what other examples we have here. Show me different sizes. I'm not going to click into this to make it any bigger, but show me the front, show me the side, show me the back, right? Show me different angles of this product if it's something that I'm going to use. In this case, something that I'm going to sit in. Paintings. These guys are kind of hard. These are matted, these are prints, so matted prints. And we have the artist actually go through and lay these things out for us. So we're taking this obviously on a really dark background here with the black frame, but this is a very striking image. Here's a different take where, again, we have a white background with a dark matting on a very amazing picture here. So, yeah, these guys are fun to take. You would actually be better off, frankly, if you could upload your prints into some type of a store like Fine Art America, and if you're allowed to go in there and borrow those images, that will help. Or heck, just set up your store on Fine Art America and be done with it. So, yeah, I mean, these guys are fun. Images are fun, but yeah, if you can find somebody to help you render these on different products, that's a big deal as well. So you can see this is actually a physical product. This is not a rendering. So artist had one of her paintings put onto a mug, which is kind of cool, and ended up getting some orders here in town for it. Give me close-ups. Man, I love close-ups. I want the closest you can get me, the better. So I enjoy seeing knobs, right? So if these things are on a set of tripods, these are tripods that are actually holding my green screen right now. So whenever you get these, well, okay, so people have talked about how sturdy the knobs are. Well, if they're sturdy and you're making that claim, show me a picture, right? Show me what it looks like when you have the crossbar that goes across the top, right? You can fasten it in. Again, I really enjoy seeing this kind of stuff. And again, as a consumer, the more photos you can give me, the better. T-shirts. T-shirts are fun, but they're also kind of hard to shoot. This one is, I just wanted to get as close into the logo, right? So what exactly is it that I'm buying? I totally get the T-shirt, seen this before. Haven't seen the artwork. Give me as much of a close-up of that as you can. So anyways, had some fun with that. Here's one of a model up against a green screen. And I'm going to toggle out to show you an example of some post-processing here before we go too far. So you can see these examples of here of where we had this model standing against a green screen. We've gone over into Canva, which if you haven't discovered Canva right now and you're doing product photography, you need to go discover Canva. They have a tool that you can use that's called a background remover tool. So you can see that we were able here to remove out those green screen images, right? And we just kind of zoomed in so that the entire background was all the green screen. And these images turned out to be pretty dang good. I'm really happy with the post-processing on these. So yeah, so anyways, we just took these up against a green screen, cropped them, put them over into Canva, squared them off, and removed the background, and that was really it. Now, hats are fun to shoot, so let's go into these guys. So these are really fun to shoot. This is what's called black on black. So you have a black hat with a black, actually it's a metal plate that's up here that's all been engraved, right? So black on black. And again, we post-process this by removing the background. But what exactly does this thing say? Well, let's go ahead and zoom in so we find, some closer images of what exactly these plates are, right? So anyway, kind of fun to take these photos and zoom in. I'm going back over here to the wood blocks. Uh, so again, if you've not ever seen these things before in person, it's kind of like, what am I getting here? Especially if you're getting like more of a straight on picture like this. It's like, well, is that ceramic? Is it, what is it? How thick is it? How thin is it? Right? So whenever you start adding some perspective shots, right? So you can start to see two surfaces at once. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I get an idea as a consumer how thick this thing is, right? So I see that they come in a set, right? I need you to explain that to me, which this picture does, right? Okay, so these guys look good together. And, a couple images there of the sets. Turn the thing around, right? So once I get this, oh, okay, so it's got a hangy thing on it. All right, it's got a hanger. Now I understand what this is all about, right? So it just gives me, more of a feel. Anytime you can put in a ruler to help give me dimensions, right? So you might take one picture with the ruler being horizontal. You might take one picture with the ruler being vertical. Anything there that would help me just get a feel for the size of this guy. So here are two snowflakes, again, also hand-carved wood wall hangings. And I'm just kind of playing with these, right? Just trying different angles, doing some balancing here. Yeah, these guys come as a set. You can put them both on your wall together. This gives me an idea of, oh, that's how you hang these things. Okay, now I've got an idea, right? And we're going to zoom in just to see how rugged this is. Again, I love good close-up shots. Here's a side shot. It lets me know, that's the hanger here. Wow, look at how uneven this is. Well, that's because it's handmade, right? It's not machine made, it's handmade. And this is where the artist is coming in here and carving away some of the extra wood, right? Show me some close-ups like that. Oh, wow, I get it. Wow, each one of these must be done individually. So anyway, these are really fun kind of images to take. Just angles. Angles are fun. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this and just kind of go back to my show all utility. There we go. So I'm just going back into my my screen share here, just having it be just me. So anyway, yeah, it's a ton of fun going out and doing product photos. And anyway, if you have any questions on how to shoot individual product photos, by all means, please reach out to me. Again, my name is Jason. We are here at Campaign Sauce Digital Marketing. We love doing this work. We love helping you be successful in your online sales. All right, so take care, everyone, and you guys have a wonderful evening, and we are on our way out.